raining. Come! Ha! Ha! It's raining. Come! Oh! Hey, this is W16R Radio. I don't know what I said before, but I'll tell you one thing and I'll tell you how I feel about. We've got a traffic report coming up, and it's a crazy doozy traffic. We've got a bunch of people running around, jumping at people, jumping, sliming, climbing, killing, murdering, hit, hat, fat, sad, crazy. It's wild. It's world. What a wild world I live in. I'm a weather reporter. I'm a traffic guy. I mean, and I'm crazy. What a wild world I live. Bring it back. We're gonna bring it back to Jenkins. It's a traffic report thing, though, but I'll tell you, I gotta bring it back to Jenkins. Hey, what's up? It's W117. I'm Jenkins, your boy. And there is a crazy old club going on, but let me bring it back to the weather guy, our weather boy, Michael Smith, whatever his name was. Yo, I got the weather. Hold on. It's grand, crazy, witty, buddy, Jonah, Teddy, honey, holy, hazy, hada, hobo, hey, hobos, shobos, shebos, gibbles, chavos, hebo, hada, I'm weather. I'll talk about weather. I'll talk about things. I'll talk about all kinds of weather. Nether. And my mother. And my grandma. And my grandpa. And my uncle. And we're going to take our first caller. And here he is. Caller, go ahead.
Hey, yeah, what's up? I'm just the first caller on the show. And I'm just a little tiny guy. And I just want to tell you that I'm, totally crazy. And I like to talk about, I just want to talk about, I swear... Fuck you!
Cut him off. Just cut him off. Not cool. It's not cool, man. Can't do that on the air, bro. Not cool at all. But I will tell you that we are live. We're accepting calls right now, and we got a real tough, tidy little whitey. Hold on. Right now we got an interesting caller. Here we go. Caller, go ahead.
Hey, this is Philip. Oh boy, I'm nervous. I'm here to talk about yogurt. Been getting really into yogurt. Lactose intolerant, allergies, and the family DNA, Anyways, I've been eating a lot of soy-based yogurt, coconut. And oh boy, do I like licking the lids. People tell me, what are you licking the lids for? What do you need to...
Kill him! Take it off! Alright, I'm gonna take it real clear. We're gonna throw it back to Michael in the studio.
Rated PG-13.
Hello everyone. Amid accusations of election fraud, Frog President Froggy Amphibison is facing fresh allegations of tax evasion and money laundering within the Ribbit Party. In what is fast becoming the political scandal of the century, Amphibison's Frog government is facing an ever-growing number of legal beefs. Leader of the opposition Frog Dawson of the One Pond Party had this to say. With no word yet received from the Frog government regarding these latest accusations, the scandal continues. A major incident is currently underway in just your average city centre, in which several armed assailants have taken hostages and opened fire on police. According to a recent police update, negotiations are underway, but so far, the only demand the suspects have made is, "We want your gold." More when we have it. A resident of Beeftown is mounting a legal beef against soft drinks giant Spleebly Drink, claiming that the popular soft drink caused him to become most aggrieved.
So how did you feel after consuming the beverage?
Well, I felt most aggrieved. You know, most aggrieved. Anyway, back to the studio.
And there you have it. I'm David Jones, and I'll be back with more news in 10 minutes' time. Back to the studio.
Thank you. Back to the studio.
Well, that's all from us tonight. So, thank you very much, and, well, it's back to the studio.
Well, I'm afraid that's it for tonight. See you again same time tomorrow. Back to the studio.
Okay, thank you very much. Well, it's going to be back to Kevin at the studio.
Well, thank you. I'm Kevin, and that's all for tonight. Back to the studio.
Oh, well, in that case, then we best hand it back to the studio.
Oh, fuck! Oh, shit! So I didn't expect you to be here so soon. Okay, we gotta get you safe. We gotta get you back to the studio.
This episode of Back to the Studio was brought to you by Spleebly. Spleebly is the fastest, easiest, and most customer-supported way to drink. Enter offer code Back to the Studio at checkout for 10% off your first order. That's Back to the Studio.
And that was an independently made experimental audio piece entitled Back 2. It was performed by the debut band of the 19th century, Back to the Studio, and it is my favourite piece. Anyway, but that's enough from me, so I guess that what I'll be sending you back to would be, the studio.
It wasn't until 5 o'clock that I saw him. It was Stephen, lying at the side of the road. I said, Stephen, whatever's the matter? What's happened to you? He looked at me, Stephen, and he said, "These are mortal wounds." I gasped. Stephen, no, don't think like that. We've got to call you an ambulance. Why isn't anyone helping you? Calm down, Dennis. These are mortal wounds. And he looked at me with the strangest expression. I couldn't bear it. No, Stephen, you're being stupid. We need to get you an ambulance now. Dennis, these are mortal wounds. And I saw him, another man, a man with a long black coat and a bowler hat. And he walked past the scene and he said,
"My God, man, those wounds are mortal!"
"Yes, these are mortal wounds," said Stephen. What's wrong with everyone? These are not mortal wounds. We've got to get him help now. Dennis, these
are mortal
wounds. To be continued.
Hello? Who's that? Who's that? Oh, who's that tree guy? Where are you? You shouldn't be in this place! Ah! Who's that in the tree? 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 Who's that in the tree?
Who's that in the tree? Who's that in the tree? Who's that in the tree? Who's that in the tree? Who's that in the tree? Who's that in the tree? Who's that in the tree?
Since I was a seed, dogs been pissing on me. Kids ripping limbs off and we get killed for shit magazines. Or fort beds and doors, sheds and floors. Every force down in Ecuador. To my mans that got cut, branded, chopped up. Every day I pour resin for them, not treat God. More obnoxious than beehives. Cussing, fussing, no sleep time. Think I'm a victim that's beat high, no peace signs. It used to rule to be me. But now down to K17. Even the woods that raised me since a baby need a cooler machine. He's like, get out of my world. I'm like, get out of me. Take that yada yada down to strata. Leave me to be all I need. A breeze in my leaves, some badges and bats. The struggle never ends until they put an axe in my back. That's all my secret.
Who's that in the tree? 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 Who's that in the tree?
Break from the trees, riding the breeze, all the way down to me. Green, all that I see, all that I breathe, it's always a status of me. Creeping through the forest, always blowing. There's a chance I won't make it till the morning. Bones never sit still, I'm moving. Like I think it's about time I get going. I see you through the leaves, what do you think no one's watching? I see you through the leaves, what do you think no one's watching? I see you through the leaves, when you think no one's watching. I see you through the leaves, when you think no one's watching.
All right. Been getting lots of requests for this one. The Witch House classic. So many other good ones out on this station only. 24/7. The best bass. I'm feeling this one. Coming up. The next beat is coming up now. Lots of requests for this one. Lots of love for this song. And we love it too. Back at ya. Classic, instant classic, this one. And that's coming up next is another song.
Check out these pies. Surprise.
That's the one. That's the jams we want to hear.
It's a sleeve. Gonna put
24/7 best bass. I'm feeling this one. Coming up, the next beat is coming up now. Lots of requests for this one. Lots of love for this song.
Hi, surprise, no me.
And we love it too. Back at ya.
Someone will you'll never be.
Classic, instant classic, this one. And that's
What's up, bros? It's Devon420 here, and today I'm continuing my quest to try and emulate the perfect door sound using my voice. Okay, so settle in. Here we go. Episode 19.
Frankly, I'm having a pig of a day. $8.99, that's a fuckload to pay. It's a fucking rip-off if you don't mind my say. Alright. let me tell you about my day. So I came into this cafe to grab a spot of lunch. 11:30am, so I suppose it was brunch. Fried egg on toast and a cup of tea. Milk and 2 sugars and bring it to me. Yes, love, right away, I hear the waiter say. Usually they're fine with me, but not today. She prints the receipt and seals her fate. $8.99, there's been a mistake. How much? $8.99. How much? $8.99. How much? $8.99. $8.99. Fuck off. How much? $8.99.
Before he got the bill, he was doing just fine.
How much? $8.99.
Charging for the product, the labor, and time.
How much? $8.99.
Pretty sure he had steak and a glass of wine.
How much? $8.99.
This is spooky like Goosebumps by R.L. Stine.
Hello, welcome to Knives and Daggers FM. I am Tavern Character number 3, and I have some lovely news for you tonight. Coming up first, however, is my favorite fantasy sound effects. Oh, come on. Oh, do not freeze on me now. Play MP3.
Model T800 version 3. Fresh out the assembly line, shiny and clean. Everyone on the network knows about me. Living tissue wrapped around a machine. Going back in time, classic trick. Bulletproof glass breaks like a twig. I'm electric. Turn me off and I'm dead. So I avoid strong magnets and getting wet. I don't eat food, I got home to charge. I don't have a problem with the people at large. Most of them are gone, and I gotta say I'm no longer down with Judgment Day. Sure, I killed a couple guys in the 90s. It was bad, so I sent them a virus. I listened to death, hung back digits of time. I'm immortal till the day I die.
Free socks.
Welcome back, everyone. A series of major incidents are now underway in some of the nation's largest ponds, with reports claiming that angry protests against the ongoing controversies surrounding Frog President Froggy Amphibison and his frog government have turned riotous. There are already reports of numerous casualties in parts of Slimy Bottom, Hoppet and Frogton East. As yet, there has been no word from the Frog government. A hostage situation is still underway in just your average city centre, with reports claiming that what seemed to be an issuing of further demands turned out to be a reiteration of the suspect's first and only demand, that being, we want your gold. More when we have it. A new report from the Ministry of Health claims that smokers, alcoholics and people with obesity have a greater risk of dying than other people. Health Secretary Barry Chin expressed his alarm at these latest findings, telling reporters that his government intends to be steadfast in the war on death. I've been the newsreader, this has been the news, and there'll be more news in the future. Thank you, goodbye.
Ja, men hör är du i sundet? Men jag ska inte se skit av. Sen jag kör vi bara snygga, ja.
Now you're playing them bones. Oh, yeah, bro.
Oh, you're playing them good. Oh, yeah.
Why'd you stop playing the bones? I mean...
I was just about to give up smoking when I got the call. It was the commissioner on the line. They found some broad dead in an alley. There's only so much crime a guy can witness before he starts to feel like he's going insane. I sat in the back of the picture house down the street to clear my mind. It was 2 hours in before I realized it's a porno. So I get up, walk down the street, my mind still on the broad in the alley. I light up another cigarette. I feel it again. The urge to break loose. I got my gun in my pocket and I'm feeling mad. The uniform is just another cage. I've had enough. I'll throw away the badge. Looks like it's showtime. Rated PG-13.
Jizz Umbrella! It's raining
All right. Been getting lots of requests for this.
Attention! If you or a loved one was diagnosed with... You may be entitled to financial compensation. Call 0800...
Try to